Hello, citizens, and welcome back. This is our match reaction to Man City 3, Al Hilal 4 in the FIFA Club World Cup. Let's jump into it. Look, this team is absolutely dire. You know, at least they've told me what we're going to do over the next season, because last season I was saying so many times, probably in every video for about 4 or 5 months, that I just don't trust this squad. And again, they've shown they cannot be trusted. You know, through the start of the campaign, we were playing well. The players looked happy. We looked up for it. The pressing was good. The build-up was good. Everything was working out fine. You know, we did look like the team of our old selves. Yes, we had other issues. You know, we were trying to get Rodri match fit. But, you know, obviously new players are trying to bed in and things like that. I don't think Shirky had a good first game, but I thought he was much better in the second and third, and in the game when he came on last night as well. But we've had such a disaster again. It's absolutely embarrassing. And again, Pep is showing he's fucking useless half the time. And, you know, if it's not like a moment of magic or anything from someone, this team, sometimes they will just let you down. They will just let you down. And this coming season, I know we're going to win fuck all. We're not going to be anywhere near that title again because, yeah, I don't trust the team. I don't trust the defense because so many times, and I've seen it for the last few years, but over the last 12 months, the number of times we get counterattacked and concede a goal is shocking. Every shot on target practically goes in. You know, I haven't seen a keeper that can use his hands for years. You know, Edison, I've always said he's a fucking useless goalkeeper. He can't catch. He can barely punch. His shot stopping is dreadful. You know, the number of times he's parried things out today to one of them is a joke. One-on-one's garbage. Yeah, he's just a glorified centre midfielder in goal. That's all he is. I mean, he's useless. The defence as well, again, that high line that Pep wants to play. This time, we're playing at the edge of their box, letting them counter us in their own half. It's just one ball, and it wasn't just once, it's so many times. And Pep just doesn't adjust. He doesn't adapt. The team doesn't adapt. You know, I mean, yeah, because we're gifted with so much pace at the back, and we just let them run at us free. Oh my God. What else? I mean, he's again intent on making Savinho and Doku work. Like he's left Savinho on there far too long than he should have done. Doku as well, probably. You know, he's just forcing them to. And sometimes they work well. You know, like I said, through the campaign, mostly they've done okay. Doku especially has had a good campaign, I think. But his reluctance to just, again, change it up is phenomenal. Leaving Marmoush on the bench was an odd decision as well. He doesn't want to play Haaland and Marmoush together for some reason. I don't know why. Gundogan, he leaves him on the pitch for far too long. And he brings Rodri on. He brings Rodri on. He was trying to bring him on at 2-2, but he brought him on when we were 3-2 down. And Rodri, you know, and again, fair play to him. He's been out injured for 9 months. You know, he's not match fit. But all this tournament, the entire tournament, every one of his passes has been pretty much dreadful. He's kicked out play, he's given it to them. You know, he can't get up and down the pitch, he can't run. And again, he's trying to get match fit. Nothing on Rodri. But Pep still brings him on at 3-2 down, thinking, what, he's going to change the game or he's going to show up the defence or something like that. When he did none of that, because again, most of his passes went wayward. He can't track back. He can barely tackle at the moment. He's got no strength. So yeah, he brings Rodri on at 3-2. Not only did he bring Rodri on at 3-2, he brought Ake and Akanji on at 3-2 as well. You know, we needed goals, and he brings them on. He only brings Marmoush, Shirky, and Foden on, like last second, like going into extra time or into extra time. The thing's a joke. Pep's a joke still. And I said a few videos last year, he probably should have just gone. He probably should have just gone because he's not changing it up. And everyone knows how to play against us. You sit deep, you hit us on the break. But I haven't seen us before even drawing level. You know, I know we're pushing for a goal and whatnot to take the lead, but there's no bloody way this team, with the lack of pace in it, should be camped on the edge of their box at set piece for when they just to clear it. Oh my God. And yeah, like I said, the defense is a joke and a farce. And why is he not playing Kusanov? I don't know. You know, he's stuck with these players last season. It was embarrassing for most of it. They let him down time and time again. They let us down time and time again. And then Pep is still trusting them. Bizarre. Just bizarre. And if this is the starting 11, because I said in the match preview, Pep would play his best team probably in this game, who he wants to go into the Premier League with. And if this is the best 11 that he wants to start that Premier League with, man, we're fucked. We are so screwed. So yeah, we might start the campaign again fairly well. I don't know. I mean, what we got first, Wolves away, probably get beat. But yeah, we'll probably start the campaign okay-ish. But then it just crumble. And once it crumbles, the team have no way back because Pep doesn't have another way back because he just keeps doing the same shit over and over again. He just switches a player out and then just expects it to work again. And he has to start playing Marmouche with Haaland. You know, he has to start playing the new players together. I mean, he kept Reinders on for far too long as well yesterday. He wasn't affecting the game at all the entire match. And he left him on. This Savinho, like, forcing him in, probably not going to work, but he's going to carry on doing it. Kuznetsov, for the love of God, put him in defence. I don't give a fuck what he's done. Just put him in defence because, yeah, that's not working at the moment. And Nunes at right back. Oh my God, Nunes at right back. Last season again, so many goals he gave away. When he cost us the United game at home single-handedly. Shocking at the end of that game he was. For most of the game, he was pretty good, and then he just fell apart. But yeah, he can't tackle. You know, fair play to him. He tries. He does try to defend. He just try and get up and down the pitch. And I get what Pep's trying to do. He's trying to play a midfielder in there, attacking midfielder in there, because we're going to have the ball most of the time. But when it comes to defending, every shot on target goes in. They scored with their 2 shots on target at the beginning, their first 2 goals. It might have been their first 3. So, I mean, what do you want? I mean, useless. Absolute useless. Yeah, another disappointing thing. And I didn't think we were going to win this competition. And I have called it a glorified friendly competition, which I think it is. It's a bit of a joke. We did get some extra money from it, which is nice. It was nice to build up and see what the team are going to do in a competitive environment. And they're going to let us down. So, yeah, this was another embarrassing defeat. Another embarrassing performance from the players. And just, yeah, I mean, what else can you say? What else can you possibly say that's going to fix this mess? You know, Pep should have walked. He should have let himself, you know, gone out the door, you know, would have gone down an absolute hero, because if he drags on this next 2 years and it keeps on going the way it is, my God, I can only see it getting worse, to be honest. And title challenges, my God, Pep said this competition might affect us pushing for the title. We're not going to push for anything. I promise you, we will not win anything this coming season. We are a team in transition. We got a lot of young players in there now. Pep is trying to add more pace to it, which is good. I do like that. But the place he needs to put the pace in, since losing Walker, is defence. And that's the place he's just ignoring. You know, he's just bringing on more big players. And I don't know why, again, but so many times as well last season, and he's done it again here, is that when we need goals, he brings on 2 or 3 defenders. It's just, what? You don't bring on your attacking players, your flair players like Cherky, who is a flair player. Let's be honest with you. He's not going to do the defensive work. He has no interest in tackling or doing anything like that or pressing. He just wants to do his flicks and his tricks. But when you got a team sat deep, you do need someone to do something outrageous sometimes to get through it. De Bruyne was that outrageous. We haven't got that anymore. So if you're not going to play your flair players and at 3-2 down, you're still going to bring on 3 goddamn defensive players, it shows me that you have no clue what you're doing. And it shows me that you're just trying to put round pegs in square holes. That's what you're trying to do. Because you're just looking for anything and you're just trying to think to yourself, oh, I'm like a tactical genius or whatever. This will work. I'll shove on 2 centre-halves when we're 3-2 down. And then what happens? We get counter-attacked 2 more times and they score. So yeah, nothing changes. Pep's system needs fixing. I was hoping his backroom staff would force new ideas on him by now, but that doesn't seem to be happening. And again, in the competition, we have been going well. We've been playing good. I've enjoyed watching us again. You know, we look free-flowing. We look quick. We're pressing hard. None of that was in this game, but that's what we were doing. And then all of a sudden, we just drop off again. Just absolutely embarrassing it is. And I'd much rather have just played Real Madrid. They would have smashed us 5 or 6-0, but at least you'd be like, all right, fair enough. You know, because Real Madrid, I think they're crap, but we're... At least it's Real Madrid we get beat by. Christ almighty, we embarrassed ourselves again. And I'm so sick of it. I mean, what a waste of a day this has been. But that's it. That's the match reaction. That's the Club World Cup for you. Let me know what Pep should do. Let me know the starting 11 for the new season is going to be. Because I'm going to have to go to the Etihad and watch this dross over and over again. Yeah. the players need to do something. They need to look at themselves hard, and Gundogan needs to be taken out of that midfield. I think Savinho needs to be dropped. Nunes at right back. For the love of God, give us a goalkeeper who can use his hands. And yeah, maybe we have a chance of doing something. Thanks so much for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.